Hey, what's up, guys? This is Bitcoin Calvin here with you guys today live. Coming to you guys today. It is May the 24th. Just talking more, business investments. You already know this is an entrepreneurship channel. This is more of a, kind of more of a, investment development channel. And I pretty much wanted to, you guys know I'm in the crypto space, and for you guys that follow, you guys are definitely educated on crypto. So I wanted to talk about concept that's been around now. I'd say a concept. It's more of you can say a concept, I guess. Um, but this has been around the crypto space for a while, and it's called DeFi, guys. This is called yield farming. This is called staking. This is called liquidity pools. This is called being able to invest in the blockchain, right? Invest in the blockchain and get rewards, right? Invest in crypto and get rewards. It's pretty simple, guys. So you might have heard the term yield farming and master nodes and nodes, guys. And all these terms, it's gonna make sense. It all makes sense once you really understand what the definitions of them mean, right? It really does make sense. Okay, so what I'm gonna show you guys today, and just show you guys is uh, where a great yield farming and a great yield farming and staking service exists, right? So usually, guys, if you guys don't know what staking is or yield farming is, guys, before I go into it, please go ahead. If you like this channel, please go ahead, like, subscribe to this channel. Definitely lets everybody know and know this information around YouTube so it can get circulated around YouTube. Okay. So basically, guys, it's basically uh, staking is pretty much right putting your money into an asset and holding it there, right, and gaining rewards on it, right. And just before we go into anything else, too, I gotta do this for security purposes. Again, I'm not a financial advisor or anything, so I'm not a tax person or financial advisor, so I'm not trying to solicit you any financial advice. I'm just giving you this information purely for entertainment and educational purposes only, right? Just sharing with you guys what I've stumbled upon, what I'm thinking about dabbling in, what I may be dabbling in a little bit as well. And, you guys can definitely go ahead and make your decision and check it out. But are the profit potentials wild? Yes, they are. If you ask me, Calvin, do you know why lots of exchanges or more and more exchanges are coming up, right, with their own token? The answer is, I don't know. I don't see the reason, right? They're really just trying to provide liquidity to their protocols, which makes sense. But if you say, Calvin, is there potential to make life-changing profits? I would say yes, there is potential to make life-changing profits because of the rewards, because of the yields and everything like that, right? So, if we go on to this website here, this is the Who Exchange. It's called who.com. Okay, and I love this. I love this exchange. The reason why I love this exchange, guys, is because you guys know I talk about hyperfund, right, in my channel, and the starters and the creators and founders of hyperfund, they are 100% behind this exchange, right? So they own this exchange, right? And it's so funny because just doing more and more research and in, uh, delving in Hyperfund, what Hyperfund's about, guys. If you don't know what Hyperfund is, too, guys, you can go ahead, down in the playlist below or on the side of the video, you'll see playlists on this channel about Hyperfund. It'll show you, explain everything to you, what it is, what the community is, what it's about, right? And so, these guys, these Hyperfund guys, they're really trying to create a community. I always wondered, how are these guys creating a huge community, and then able to generate profits to then pay back to their investors or their members, right? And now I'm really starting to understand why. Many people don't ask why. In this space, they tend to take profits as they come, and then that's fine too. But then they don't really understand the mechanisms behind, what really goes on in the back scene, right? What really goes on in the back end, what really goes on behind the scenes, right? And I always love to know what's going on behind the scenes, what runs what, how are profits being generated, and a lot of it, you know, for our you Hyperfund fans out there, a lot of it has to do uh, with the activity that's being done on the Who Smart Chain, right? On these exchanges, especially like Who.com, lots and lots of liquidity on these exchanges, right? And you can earn from these exchanges too. And the great thing about Who is that it has a Who token, so we all know that there's, the hyper dollar, so the HU token, and it's listed on CoinMarketCap as well and other exchanges. They also have the Who Exchange token too, which also has great liquidity as well too. So when you're looking at these exchanges too, especially this is one of my favorite ones I love to use now. They have lots of different opportunities to stake, provide liquidity in pools, and then also to farm as well too. These guys, you'll be able to. This is going to allow you to really, really gain massive yields. When I mean massive, I mean you have the opportunity to really get exciting returns, APY. When you're talking about, and this is why I really love blockchain and crypto. When people say, okay, Bitcoin's not going to take over, crypto's not going to take over, and they're really just saying that just to say that. They really don't have any proof to back it up. You know why this wouldn't help out the centralized exchanges. They really don't that makes me understand what they really don't understand the value of the blockchain. They really don't understand the power and the value of what the technology in general holds, right? They really don't understand. And when just taking a step back, guys, this is super exciting. What I'm showing you guys, it's been around for a few years now. It's just becoming more and more popular. But even the masses, you listening to this video, you watching this, even the masses in society, in America and different countries, still don't understand the power and concept of, you know, yield farming, staking, adding liquidity to exchanges, and just uh, really understanding the blockchain, right? And certain things at their work, right? So it's still very early. So if you think that, hey, oh, it's been going on for a few years now, maybe I'm too late to the game, honey, we're just getting started. We're just getting started. And there's some terms you definitely need to familiarize yourself with. It's pretty simple. Um, but once you do that, the sky is really the limit. I mean, there's really no sky. It's really going to be unlimited. You let me show you the returns, right? So if you go on who.com, you create an exchange. They're pretty easy KYC, know your customer process, enter your information. Then you'll be able to trade on their exchange, right? So they have spot trading. They have the Inno Hub as well. They have the futures, right? So they also have who swap, right? So sort of like pancake swap or uniswap. You can swap out different tokens, right? And they have these DeFi protocols as well on the Who smart chain, right? And this is why I think, I'm just telling you guys that, I'm going up like I would say almost 100% in on investing in the Who smart chain just in general. Right? There's so many different protocols, projects. They got lots of capital backing them. They have a really strong community. These dudes, Ryan Shu and Sam Lee, founders and owners of Hyperfund, running the team, running the Get. These guys are doing amazing, amazing things, right? And we know this, guys, and they're signing big government contracts to go ahead and set up, I wouldn't say shop, but their operations and everything in different countries, such as Australia. I know they have, I think they set up a contract with Purdue University as well, but that's besides the point, guys. These guys really have a solid community, right? So if we go ahead here, guys, and we go ahead and we see the Who, and it's this is amazing, guys, right? So you get to earn on Who, right? So you can go ahead and earn with their flexible savings plans, right? So let's see here. So we see these savings plans here, guys, too. So we see, the who.com and, you see these savings plans, right? So as you can see, there's a comprehensive financial risk control system, superior security assets, right? So everything in investing, guys, everything with investments, it does have risk involved, but obviously, we all try to manage that, right? And so I'm not telling you to put it in. I'm just saying, hey, all guys, all investment has a risk. You only invest what you can afford, right? And that's pretty much what it is. But if you looked up here, guys, we have locked and simple earn and interest, right? So if you see for Bitcoin, it has BTC fixed price, and this is a APY. So this is a 20%, and this is going to be locked up for 7 days, right? So, if you invest some Bitcoin, right? So you're in 7 days, you're going to earn 20% on that Bitcoin, right? And this is pretty cool, guys. And this is for me, and for all you guys that are listening, this should be a way more secure way to then grow your funds appropriately and legally, and that makes the most sense, right? The things that don't make sense, right, and that did actually happen were Mirror Trading International, right? So us giving our money to these companies, and they're saying they're trading it, quote unquote, right? So they're trading, and yeah, we see some action, but then 6 months, a year, 2 years down the road, these guys end up leaving with our money, right? So it may be we could have got 25-50% for the whole month, but these guys left with our money. So now you got no money because you handed it over to somebody else to trade it for you, right? This is why I love DeFi. This is why I love blockchain and crypto. You get to make money on your own. You don't have to give money to these companies. You can help provide liquidity to reputable actual exchanges, right? That are, obviously, SEC filed and everything. They're compliant. They go through audits. So, these guys are 100% compliant. So why would I, go over somewhere over here where these guys are not compliant? They're not making money. I mean, they are making money, supposedly, quote unquote. They're not too regulated. There's more risk versus less risk on a more compliant and audited exchange, even though, yes, there is risk, but it's significantly less than putting money over to and giving money over to a crypto company to trade it and then give that return back to me, right? That is not good, right? When you're doing it on an exchange, you're actually staking within the say, you're staking within the exchange, you're staking their tokens. There's no funny business. There's no, hey, the company's gonna pull the rug out from under you, and then you lose your money. You are staking within the platform, right? And these guys, they're ran on the blockchain, right? So they have smart contracts interacting with them. They have different, they're working on, applications on it, right? So you can't just do whatever, right? So definitely less risk, right? So as you can see, locked, simple, earn and invest, 20% in 7 days. This is Bitcoin. You can also do the 30 days, 12% as well, just for a little bit more. ETH, 14%, USDT, 23% fixed. This is in 30 days. Filecoin is 14%, and that's also fixed as well too. You can get some, you can click more locked saving products as well too, so you guys can see there as well too. You also have so you can these are the more flexible plans, right? So this is simple, earn and invest, right? So basically, let me tell you guys what these guys are pretty much doing. It's pretty simple once you understand the concept. And the concept is, this is exactly why I'm not saying traditional banking is not going to be around, but centralized banking, uh, they're going to have to adapt with the crypto space. There's no way they're not going to adapt, right? I'm not saying that decentralized finance or crypto is going to take out the centralized banks and what we know as centralized banks, because I don't think government would let that happen, but they have to keep their eyes open on an actual competitor, right? There's no way when Michael Jordan saw Kobe coming in, there's no way that Michael Jordan was like, okay, I'm just going to ignore the fact that this dude Kobe is super nice and he could be better than me one day, right? Uh, when you have something like this, you this is what these guys are doing. They're taking your deposits, right? Just like the banks would. They're taking your deposits, right? And then they're lending that. The banks, traditional banks, they're lending that 10 times, right? So your $500 that you deposit in your bank, they're lending that 10 times, right? Uh, so 5,000, they're lending that 10 times to other bank customers who are asking for loans for this to that. So they're lending that money 10 times, right? And so they're able to do this, right? And they need to do this, right? It's not like, oh, uh, guys, this is a lot of money. This is not a lot of, hey, uh, this is a lot of money, right? So, this stuff has to happen. It doesn't matter what race, what color, what things you are, guys. It doesn't matter. This is just a law of finance, okay? This is a law of finance. For most banks, whenever they get the deposits in, they uh, they lend that out, right? And I never knew this stuff, right? I'm really just starting to, I've learned this stuff just about, like, I would say a few months, like a couple months back, starting to learn about it, getting more, more, not influenced, but more info on it, and learning just how banks work. And that's one of the reasons they do. They lend and they earn that yield, right? So that's pretty much the whole deal. When you see these flexible terms here, you can see that there's an estimated, APY for the flexibles, right? So you can deposit and redeem anytime. You can deposit your whole deposit and redeem it anytime, pretty much the same day. But then instead of redeeming it, you just want to stake your Bitcoin. This is exactly pretty much like staking, right? So you flexible, you earn 6%. Your ETH, you earn 4.5, USDT 8%, on and on and on. This is APY, so this is for the whole year, right? So I've tried one of these plans before, and it's pretty good. It's pretty cool. It's definitely I would say a good way. Personally, I'd like to see less volatility in price, so I'd probably put it in maybe Bitcoin, most likely USDT, right? Because that's pegged to the dollar and that's more stable. Okay, so that's pretty much what it is, right? So you have who earned there, right? Um, Now I was going to show you guys something else. Sorry, I feel like I'm like doing stuff, talking to you guys at the same time. Hopefully you guys are understanding what I'm saying. If not, please rewatch the video or leave a comment below. I'd be happy to discuss. And the second one here, guys, is the Who Pool, guys. So this is the liquidity pool that I was talking to you guys about, right? So now uh, the total supply of Who tokens, right, and generated is about $53 million, 129,037, right? So 53 million, not dollars, 53 million tokens, right? And the price of it is almost 84, 85 cents right now. This definitely does fluctuate. It fluctuates between like 70 cents and a dollar, the Who price, which is pretty good, right? So it's pretty stable, pretty nice, pretty liquid. And you can see, so uh, they're locking up more and more, but they have about $6.5 million locked up in their pool right now. And so that's pretty good, right? And so um, you obviously want to have a good amount of money locked up in a pool. And some investors, they say if there's too much money locked up, be careful. If it's too little, be careful. I would say, having, again, I'm not a financial advisor or anything, but at least like a few $1 million at least locked up in a pool makes it so that the returns would be doable for the investors that are investing in or that are trying to farm, right? So as you can see, this first percentage here that really takes your eyes off the paper is around like 1,046% APR, right? So this is fluctuating between 1,100 to the highest I've seen it was like 1,500 earlier today, right? So these fluctuate again. If it's going to fluctuate daily, just because daily you might have price manipulation on the actual coin, some fees may be involved. You have some things like that, but you can say the estimated API for the FOC and USDT liquidity farming, right? So the liquidity pool, you can say for this one is around 11, say 1,200 at least APR, right? So you can say 1,200, it's 1,200 to 1,500 APR, right? And so that's really, really good. Now you also have different liquidity pools like the Who liquidity pool. Hopefully more people are going to stake in this one. Usually most people, they love to stake in the ones that offer the highest returns, which makes sense. If I'm going to stake in something, why wouldn't I want to stake with something with the highest returns? But not to say that these other pools won't get staked, right? These other pools won't get staked. And the thing I love about this, guys, and it's time sensitive, right? So there are new pools that are coming out, not just on the Who Smart Chain or the Who community, right? Uh, this is the Who Smart Chain, right? And I love Who. The reason why I like the Who Smart Chain, I'm really, uh, investing more and more into these pools is because it's an actual blockchain. So it's a smart chain, right? You have the Binance Smart Chain, right? So there's lots of DeFi apps to be able to stake and pool on the Binance Smart Chain, right? For example, I believe you have Pancake Swap, which is run on the Binance Smart Chain, right? So if you try to connect your MetaMask wallet, you're trying to stake on Pancake Swap, you need to have the Binance Smart Chain, right? You need to have Binance Smart Chain uh, as a mainnet. You need to be on the Binance Smart Chain to do transactions, right? So the Who Smart Chain is actual smart chain, but you need to be on that as well in order to stake and do different things. Not only you don't have to do it not only just on their Who exchange, but if you go outside their exchange as well too, you go to their other liquidity pools that they'll have too. You have to be on the Who Smart Chain. I felt like that's really amazing. You get to earn their tokens, and plus you can come back on the Who exchange and literally sell into profits. Like I used to think this was so hard. A lot of people they have misconceptions about, and I used to be confused. I mean, I thought, man, do I have to stake? So I have to get these tokens, and then I have to do the math, and then I have to buy them, and then it's going to take me a long time to stake or to earn money on it, or I have to hold it here, and I don't really know what to do. I was super confused, but honestly, guys, it's really really simple. And I think the next video I'll make a kind of just a step-by-step tutorial on really how to stake in these liquidity pools so you can start earning your rewards passively, right? So it's pretty simple, guys. It is sort of a process. Like even with Uniswap, Pancake Swap, all these swaps, I'm like, man, these dexes, they have all these things that I have to do. It seems so hard, but it really, guys, it's really simple. And once you learn the process, it's really like one, two, three. Once you keep doing it over and over again, it's going to be simple, guys. So all these terms and things that I'm shouting to you guys may not make any sense, but once you guys see this in real time, it's going to make sense. Right, so you see the XMPT. This has almost a 800% return for the year, right? So that's a huge percentage, guys. That is a huge percentage return, for the year. You got DMC as well too, 686 percent return a year. That is really good too, guys. And the thing I love, like I said, I love about this exchange and I love about the Who exchange and the Who Smart Chain is if I come in, I don't have to, go on Uniswap or go on Bancor or go, on Compound or any other exchange to send it over to this one to then stake in their liquidity pools, right? Some DeFi apps are like, okay, we have this liquidity pool open, but we don't have the token on our exchange, and so I have to go to another exchange to send it over, right? And it takes a long time. Everything here on the Who pool, you'll have pretty much all these tokens are here on the Who exchange. You're able to buy them and you're able to stake them here. All right, and like I said, guys, it is time sensitive. So if we click here on the farm here, you can see here, you can see how much I have staked over here as well too. You can see these daily earnings. You can see there's only 3 days left, right, and 10 hours, right, to stake in this pool. So after this ends, guys, after this liquidity pool ends, it is no longer accepting anything right now. Okay, it is no longer going to accept anything right now, right? And I love it too, guys. This thing reminds me of Tron Case for you guys that are in Tron Case too, guys. This thing right here, these earnings are growing literally like every 10 seconds, every 4 10 seconds, literally earnings, growing. And you can receive them, you can stake, you can unstake pretty much anytime. That's why I love liquidity farming. Uh, it's just amazing, guys. It is awesome. Um, all right, so let's see here. So that's pretty much what it is, right? So that's the FOC, and let's see what time the XMPT. I always want I always wanted to stake in this one too, the XMPT. This one too is so it's ending in 2 days. This one's 2 days, 10 hours, not too bad. So this one's not too bad. This one's ending in 2 days. So you can say, tomorrow is what, Tuesday, Wednesday. So about Wednesday, it's going to end. And obviously, guys, probably in the next, 3, 4, 5 days, new pools are going to come up. And, just go on who.com, make an account. It's easy to set up. Like I said, guys, I'll probably make a video on how to actually farm and provide liquidity to these pools, so you can start gaining your rewards as well too. So if you guys want that too, please leave a comment down below, and I'll go ahead and make a video on that. All right, so let's see here. Right, and this is pretty much their spot exchange, right? So they have the spot, as you can see, FOC, the FOC pool that I'm staked in right now. It's gone up in value too, so that's pretty good. I love this. I just love the Who Exchange, man. The Who Exchange has so many different coins. It reminds me of KuCoin, guys. KuCoin's kind of similar, except I don't believe KuCoin has liquidity pools available anymore. I feel like they've ran out of theirs. They do have their staking service though too, which is really good. But yeah, the Who Exchange, guys, plenty of tokens. You guys can invest a lot in there too. All right. They also have the Inno Hub. So I believe this is the Innovation Hub. So any new tokens, guys, that you've probably never heard of, and in the Inno Hub too, guys, I was looking for XMPT on their spot trading. They don't have that in their spot trading, but they have this in their Innovation Hub. I guess. Uh, trading tool, right? So as you can see, they have the order books here. They have the buy and sell orders here. They have the XMPT token here. So this is looking really good, right? So if you wanted to buy, if you need to buy XMPT, so you can go ahead, provide liquidity to the pools. You can go ahead, buy it over here, and then go ahead and farm, right? So you wouldn't be able to buy it on the actual spot trading exchange where they have like Bitcoin, all the other major coins, but they have this special exchange for these special tokens. And a lot of these tokens, guys, they're growing in value. Like you can see this one right here. I thought I just saw 75%. Yeah, for the past 24 hours, guys. That is a lot. That is a huge percentage, right? So a lot of these coins, they're coming on the market, they're listing them. A lot of the new coins, when they're listed, they come here, right? So they earn lots of liquidity, probably open a pool, earn lots of liquidity so they can trade, and they hold that. So within the next 6 months to a year, it's probably going to be on the actual exchange so it can have much more trading volume, right? So this one right here, this is a very, very great thing. Okay. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much what it is, guys. And you know, if you need, anything else too, please, guys, go ahead. Um, leave comments below. I'll be happy to answer and help you guys out as best I can. All right, but that is what I wanted to show you guys today. Okay, and you know, it's just it's stuff like this, guys. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's like, we take advantage of a lot of these